Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Maverick Mindset Radio Show. I am Adam Williams.
And I'm Ashley Muckenhop.
And this is the radio show for the dreamers and doers. It's for those who are willing to step into the arena.
Some call us the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers.
We don't accept the status quo. We leave the world better than we find it.
We approach each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. We maintain a rational optimism about the future.
This is the Maverick Mindset Radio Show brought to you by me, Adam Williams. I'm so excited. I'm like 37 steps ahead of myself. I need my mouth to catch up with my brain. I was just thinking, we don't accept the status quo. We leave the world better than we find it. That's actually going to be today's show.
Yay.
We don't accept the status quo of our lives, and we make our lives better than they are.
You've changed the title to the official.
It's a better title.
Yeah.
We need a more compelling title. So here we are, episode 68. We took a 6-week break. We were back last week, and I think that was our best show ever.
That was a good show.
It was our best show ever.
Yeah. I like shows like that.
Yeah. So I almost texted you this morning
not
to tell you not to wear makeup. Because we're getting back into it. We got the tissues ready. Because we finished last week's show, which was our best ever, and we were preparing for this show. What do you want to talk about? And I said, I just want to continue where we left off last week because we needed another hour on it, and that's what we're doing. So today, show's number 68, why you aren't getting what you want out of life.
I feel like that's like the $1 million question.
Why, 10 million, why you are accepting the status quo. Are you excited?
Well, I was till I now know I may cry again.
You should be prepared for that. Every interaction with me, people need to be prepared to cry. Because let's be honest,
questions.
I do something for you collectively, that not a lot of people are willing to do for you. And I'll explain this. There are people in the world that you have not earned the right to tell them what's wrong with them or to tell them what to change because they haven't asked you. You haven't earned that. You have no business telling other people to change things in their lives because you don't have permission to do that. But I think our relationship, you've given me permission.
Yes.
You have given me permission to call you on your BS, and you are grateful for that, not necessarily in the moment. But future you thanks you every time we go through that. It's like waking up at 4:30 and going to the gym. Nobody likes that. You act like you like it, but you don't.
It's not fun.
But the rewards are worth it, right? And I think people that listen to this show and people that work with us have given me that permission to tell them what they're not seeing, that they're blind to, and help them fix it.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
It's holding a mirror up to people, being like, hey.
And I make sure that mirror is shiny and
polished.
Oh, yeah.
That mirror talks back.
Yep. Yeah, I'm holding the mirror, but I'm talking.
Mirror on the wall.
I'm holding the mirror up as a shield so you don't punch me in the face, but I'm talking to you. All right, so before we jump into it, as always, blowing your minds every Wednesday at 9, going live at 9:05, streaming on Facebook, streaming on YouTube, and of course, we've got all of our episodes up on Spotify, YouTube, Apple iTunes, and you can always find more information at maverickmindsetradio.com. Let's get into this. I had the best week. And I think part of it had to do with the momentum I carried out of that show.
Yeah.
Personally, like extrinsically, a whole bunch of people reached out and said, man, that was awesome. I needed that. But intrinsically, like, I think I needed it too. And I carried that momentum into... It
was your own therapy too.
It was yeah. Sometimes the shows that I give are the shows that I need to hear. So yeah, it's been awesome. And just a lot of things going well. We onboarded a new employee, had a great weekend. I picked up my copy of The Gales of November at Warner Books, a local bookstore. And I've listened to The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald 5,000 times. I've watched every documentary there is on YouTube that's available. And what's crazy is some of these are like 2 hours long. And within a week, the last I checked, one was up for 4 days. It had 900,000 views.
Oh, wow.
So don't act like this is some niche thing that I got into. This is what the people want.
I can't figure it out. Maybe if I watch, I'll understand.
You won't need to watch because that's where I'm going with this. Oh, big news. I'm so pumped up about this.
I know you are.
So I got through, I picked up my book at Warner Books, The Gales of November, New York Times best-selling book about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. It was the 50-year anniversary 2 days ago on Monday. Yep. So big thing. Great song by Gordon Lightfoot. I listened to a couple podcasts, and a lot of these documentaries, a lot of these podcasts have John U. Bacon on, who wrote the book.
Yep.
New York Times bestselling book that came out beginning of October this year. So I had a moment yesterday,
You did.
and I'm like, I'm going to reach out to him. And it worked.
It was just like on a whim.
It
like
worked.
You...
So we're going to have, not today, not next week, but in the very near future, we're going to have John U. Bacon on the show to talk about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. My only lingering question on my current micro-obsession of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald is the song by Gordon Lightfoot. Have you listened to it?
You sent it to me. Is that what you sent to me? It was like
Probably. I've sent it to everybody.
It was something. It sounded like Christmas, or it was
I've sent it to everybody else.
Yes.
People are sending me
Yes.
all the reels and the memes. I have become the epicenter of Edmund Fitzgerald excitement
I know.
in
I
Erie,
opened it
Pennsylvania.
and I'm like, okay.
So here's the thing.
This is-
I got a lot of takes on it. All right, everybody, if you haven't heard this song recently, go listen to it. The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Joel, can't you play it
by
on
Gordon
the radio?
Lightfoot. No, we gotta pay royalties for that. I'm willing to do it though. I'm willing to pay royalties for that song. It's so good. It is an Irish sea shanty. Mm-hmm. There is no hook. There's no refrain. It is just he's telling a story over beautiful music.
Have you been singing it?
And we're gonna. I'm
You
thinking.
have.
I'm thinking it should be my karaoke song.
Oh my God.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem. It's
I don't know if
six.
anyone has it.
It's 6.5 minutes long.
No, God, no, please. Is there a shortened version?
Nope. No, you gotta hear the whole story. I changed my pump up playlist on the way in this morning and listened to that song, and I'm like in tears driving my Volkswagen to the studio because it's such a powerful, moving song. So anyway, 6.5 minutes. Is that too long for a karaoke song?
I think like the standard's 3.
Yeah,
3.5.
we're
You're
doing,
pushing it.
and it's got to be a song everybody knows so they can all sing along.
I don't even know if I don't know if there's a karaoke book out there that has that song.
I bet they do. It was the number 2 song in 1976 in the United States of America. So, yeah, that's my current question because we got our holiday
when
party.
was it the number 2 song?
1976.
Oh, 1976. Okay.
Yeah. So it came out a few months after
Then
the crash.
maybe it's in there.
It'll be. I'll make sure it is.
I know. If it's not, it will be.
Because I've been thinking about this.
And I'm like, I brought my own. I brought my own.
Fine.
music.
Plug my phone in. I know the words. All of them. My kids are learning the words because.
It's all they can listen to.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about our holiday party coming up in about a month, and we usually end up at karaoke
Yep.
at the end of the night. And I'm like, 6.5 minutes of Adam performing Gordon Lightfoot's "The Wreck of the Edmund
I
Fitzgerald."
think I'll have enough drinks by then to enjoy it. Oh, good.
I hope everybody has enough.
We'll
drinks
all
that
be
they're
joining in. We won't know the words.
That's fine.
Get a chance to go to the
Have my
bathroom.
beer in my sea shanty. Just sing
It'll be a good time
along.
for everybody to go to the bar and get another drink because it's
Yeah.
6.5 minutes long. All right, we
man.
gotta get into this. So
Okay.
here's what happened last week that was so great. Is we had a 6-week break and I came out guns a-blazing.
Yep.
I came out swinging. And the theme of that show, I think, was the question of how much longer are you going to wait?
Yeah.
It wasn't a question of what are you waiting for. It's a question of how much longer are you going to wait. And we didn't completely script or outline that show, but there was some really good stuff. I mean, the whole episode was killer, top to bottom. And now that I've had more time to reflect on that, I'm like, we got to keep this conversation
Yep.
going. And one of the things that happened is as we had that conversation last week, you kept giving me your excuses. And your excuses are the same set of excuses that everyone has for not getting what they want out of life. So we're going to go through them today.
Okay.
Grab your tissues.
I got them. We're prepared. I
So-
did do my makeup though, so can we?
I'll do my best. Listen, I don't make you cry. That's your own
I know.
decision.
I know.
So let's start with this. Let's put some categories out there.
Okay.
Because I think it helps to frame this. I don't want this to be a conversation just about money. But it will often be a conversation about money because, frankly, that's an easy thing to talk about when it comes to stuff like this.
Yep.
But let's break this down into 3 categories.
Okay.
What you want out of life, what you want to be,
Yep.
what you want to do, and what you want to have.
Be, do, and have.
Be, do, and have. There you go. Thank you.
Got it.
So, what type of person do you want to be? Do you want to be the type of person that learns and grows and develops? Do you want to be the type of person that shares their voice and their message with the world? Do you want to be the type of person that sets the standard for other people? Do you want to be the type of person that is a leader that grows a following? Do you want to be the type of person that flies first class? Do you want to be the type of person that gets in their car in the morning and it's clean and organized and all of the goldfish crackers are cleaned up and it starts and it runs and there's no weird noises or knocks? Do you want to be the type of person that wakes up every single day inspired by your environment and your surroundings? Or do you want to be the type of person that you are right now? Okay?
Got it.
I mean, that I just riffed on every single one of those.
Yeah.
But what type of person do you want to be? All right. What do you want to do? What type of work do you want to do? Day after day after day, that inspires you, that motivates you, that fulfills you. What type of trips do you want to take? What type of vacations do you want to take? How do you want to parent and raise your children? Do you want to give to charity and make an impact in that regard? Do you want to be the type of person or spend time contributing to causes that matter to you? Do you want to be a doer of things, an operator? Do you want to be a manager? Do you want to be a visionary leader, CEO? There's no wrong answers here,
Yep.
right? What do you want to do? How do you want to spend your time? You got 168 hours in a week. What do you want to do with them? And I think it's important to be intentional about that because most people aren't. Most people are going through the motions. I got work 9 to 5. I got get my kids' homework done with them. And
That's the big thing. You get stuck in that. I think I just said this to somebody the other day. I don't feel like I'm doing what I want to do. I feel like I'm doing what I have to do. Right? So you get in the habit of, oh, I have to do this, 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 day after day after day.
Would you rather do things out of obligation rather than motivation and inspiration?
No.
Yeah, everybody would rather do things out of inspiration.
Right.
But they don't.
Yep.
Because, frankly, it's because they don't examine it. They don't think about it. They don't spend any time on this.
Just do it.
They just do what they think they have to do or do what they've been told to do, which we're going to dig into today. All right. So what type of person do you want to be? What type of things do you want to do? How do you want to spend your time? And this is both in the workplace and out of the workplace, right? It's important to me to not be all consumed by work because there's a whole bunch of other stuff I want to do. I did a presentation a couple weeks ago to my mastermind group on my time management and productivity system. And I kicked it off with, if you're the type of person that just loves work, this may not be for you. But I personally don't like working that hard. I really don't. I do it because it's going to get me all the other things I want out of life. But if you gave me the choice between working and not working, I'm probably going to choose not working.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. So I gotta build systems in a business that work around that. Or I got to make sure that I'm doing enough of the stuff that I want to be doing, right? I'll work if it's the things I really enjoy. You throw me on the stage in front of a bunch of people, that's not work. This radio show isn't really work. I love doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, so be, do, and have. What type of stuff do you want to have? What type of house do you want to have? What type of house do you want to be living in? What do you want your vacation home to be like? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of clothes do you want to wear? What kind of kitchen appliances do you want to have? I put this one last because, frankly, once you get through the stuff you want to have, it's pretty easy to get there, actually. The other stuff is a lot harder. How you want to spend your time, what type of person you want to be, that's a lot more difficult. You can go out and buy stuff.
Yep.
Okay. So if we can get through those categories, what type of person do you want to be? What type of things do you want to do? What type of stuff do you want to have? Step one is making the decision on that. And that's where a lot of people don't get what they want, is because they don't actually decide what it is that they want. They don't feel empowered to do it.
Yeah, that's the first step. That's the hardest thing to get
Yes.
through.
We have discussed this on this show, but we'll bring it up again. And I've now prefaced this and said we've talked about this on this show. We've also talked about this in the workplace. So this is a test, Ashley. Do you remember the Latin root of the word decide?
Yes.
What does decide mean?
To
No. To cut off. The Latin root of decide is like, I don't know, desirous or something.
Oh, okay.
But it means to cut off.
To cut off.
Meaning
okay.
that when you make the decision, you are cutting off all other options, all other alternatives. I think people struggle with that, but that's step one. Is you got to decide. You can't get in your car. This is an analogy.
Oh, here we go.
You can't get in your car and say, "Dear GPS, I don't want to be here.
Take me there."
Yeah, get me somewhere else. I mean, you can.
I wonder if you did that, where it would take you. If it just decided on its own.
Just give me a destination.
Take me there.
I used to, Google Maps used to do this to me. Like I would get directions of places, and there was a period of time where I'd get in my car after work, and Google Maps would pop up this alert and be like, "Do you want directions to Erie Ale Works?" Like, oh, well, sorta.
If that's where you're guiding me.
Thank you. Yeah, but you can't get in your car and say, "I don't want to be here. Take me somewhere else."
Yeah.
You have to decide where you're going. Then you can choose the route. You'll see the analogy is continuing here. But you have to choose that destination, or at least a direction, because you may head towards that destination and say, well, I'm close enough, or I need to go farther, or I want to go farther south because it's cold here. Mm-hmm. But you still got to pick. You still have to decide. So I think one of the reasons, there's a lot of reasons why people struggle to decide on this stuff, but I think one of those reasons is we're afraid of cutting off those other alternatives. If I only give myself one chance or one opportunity to capture everything you ever wanted.
I almost felt like we were going to go into Eminem there for a minute.
Thank you. All right. Cool people got that reference.
I heard it in the background.
Cool people got that reference. Mom spaghetti. Joel didn't get it. I've been on a Great Lakes kick.
Yeah.
I mean, 8 Mile, Detroit,
Yep.
Eminem. All right. Anyway. I don't even know where I was going with
Squirrel.
that. Yeah. So why can't people decide? What was I saying? I don't even remember.
You have to put in the destination.
Yeah, you got to put in a destination, and you have to cut off the other alternatives.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I think a lot of people struggle with that because they want to have options, and they're afraid to make that decision for one reason or another. But one of the big reasons, and the reason that I struggled with it initially is, what if I get it wrong?
That was what I was saying. What if I put the wrong destination in there? I'm lost.
Well, you're either still sitting in your car in the parking lot,
I got to redirect if I end up at the wrong spot.
or you're heading in the wrong direction. But did you know? I know you're not an expert driver, but did you
It's
know
true.
you can only steer a moving vehicle?
Yes.
So you can sit there, maybe with the car and drive, and you can twist that wheel, but it's not going to make any difference. It's just going to make
Right.
ruts.
Yeah.
If you're in the gravel part of my driveway, it's going to make nasty holes that you got to go and patch. So you have to be moving.
Yep.
So at least movement allows you to redirect, but without movement, you continue to be stuck. Mm-hmm. And you can always change it later. But until you make that decision and take the action on it, you're staying exactly where you are. And if your car's running, it's running out of gas. And if your garage door is closed, you're going to die.
Yeah. This is very true.
Literally. But that's life too, right? You're going to die. So don't we want to be moving towards something on it? So don't be afraid of getting it wrong. All right, we're going to get into why people can't do that. But another piece of it is this. If you're not sure, one of my favorite suggestions is before you get married, before you commit, who was I just talking to about this? We were talking about dating before getting, another business owner had an idea yesterday. Sorry, I thought I was talking to you about it, but no, it's something else. So before you decide, before you commit, you can rent the lifestyle. You can rent the things. I remember a couple of years ago we had to drive back from Miami. We rented an Escalade, drove it to Erie. It was cool.
Yep.
I haven't bought an Escalade. I wasn't really thinking about it, but at least I know what it would be like to own that.
Yep.
And I get an idea of it. Or if you're going to go on a trip somewhere, maybe rent the really nice house to see. It might be cool. Or you might walk around and go, okay, there are 7 air conditioning units here. That's going to be a lot of maintenance. Maybe I don't want that.
Yeah.
Or we've also talked about on this show. Every time I go to a spa at a nice hotel, I'm like, why did I do that? That is not what I want to be doing. I didn't enjoy that.
Right.
I want to. Or Bloody Marys. I always saw Bloody Marys and
Good
thought
Bloody Mary.
I could get into those. Those seem fun.
No?
No, I'm into them now.
Yeah.
But I had to try it
Yeah.
first because I didn't know, right?
So good.
That's a really weird example. So you can rent the lifestyle. You can experience it. You can learn about it from other people. You can talk to other people. You can watch documentaries. You can read books. You can watch YouTube videos. You can travel anywhere in the world that you want to without leaving the comfort of your laptop.
It's hard to rent the lifestyle and then give it back. Sorry.
Sometimes, which is the whole point.
Yeah, you're like, oh man.
So there's a popular story around this. I'm going to tell the story in first person.
Okay.
So I'm waiting to get on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Long flight. We're going I don't remember, Chicago to Phoenix or something. Across half the country, more than half the country. And we were booked in first class, whole family. And the thing pops up on the board. Somebody got an upgrade. Complimentary free upgrade. We had a free seat in first class. You, sir, you win the lottery. Your name goes up on the board. This dude's in first class. He's wearing a cowboy hat. He's pumped up. He's high energy now.
Nice.
Yes. First class, baby. I'm buying drinks. Well, drinks are free in first class. But I'm buying drinks. We're going to party. This is going to be a great flight. I'm so excited.
Oh,
I got
man.
the leg room. I'm going to get to my destination in Phoenix. It's going to be nice and warm. This is going to be awesome. So we get on the plane, taking our seats, putting our stuff in the overhead storage, trying not to be inconsiderate of the hundreds of other people trying to board the plane. Guy sits down in the row in front of me. The plane is loading. And I'm sitting there. I'm usually reading a book at that point. I'm not on devices. I'm usually reading a book. So I got my headphones out so I can hear what's going on. Well, I kind of lose track of time, paging through the book, and suddenly a flight attendant walks up on the plane with another person next to her, and he taps cowboy hat guy on the shoulder and says, "Sir, the person who booked this seat is here.
Oh no.
I need to send you back to economy."
That's awful.
This dude was devastated.
That's awful.
But here's the thing. He was back where he thought he was going to be anyway.
Yeah.
Go back to your seat in economy. That was what he booked. But when he had that moment of, oh my God, it's here and I've got it and I get to experience it, and then you lose it, that is so much more devastating than never having it in the first place.
Yeah.
But that can also be really motivating. Do you think the next time that guy traveled, he upgraded his seat?
Probably.
Probably. Because he saw how awesome it was going to be. When the flight attendant asked him what he wanted as his pre-flight drink, which he was allowed to take back to
good.
economy, he got that feeling, right?
Yeah.
He was able to board the plane first. He was the first person on the plane. He was so pumped up. Boarding group 1, boom, front of the line.
Yeah.
Everybody get in line behind cowboy hat. And then he lost it. So yeah, renting that lifestyle can be super powerful because you experience it. Your subconscious, this is a short-term example, but another example, your subconscious gets used to it. Mm-hmm. It was like when we first had someone else do our laundry.
Yep.
Right? We always did our own laundry. And then we got back from a really long trip and had bags and bags and bags of laundry, and we had somebody else do it. And it's like, oh, this is kind of cool. Let's do it again after our next trip, and again after our next trip. And now someone else does almost all of our laundry. Like, it's just a thing now, day to day. So yeah, you experience it and you realize this is really great. Well, we didn't have to commit. We didn't have to go and hire a full-time employee with benefits and paid time off and blah, blah, blah to do our laundry. We could just try a service, see how it goes, right? So that's a really good way to help you decide, is just go experience it. Put yourself in a position to experience the things that you think you want to experience. If you're taking a trip and you book your hotel, maybe one night of that trip, book the really nice hotel, like the really, really nice hotel, just to see. And you may go there and say, I don't need this. I don't want anything to do with this. This was totally overrated. Having my own personal butler and the concierge waiting on me hand and foot, it's not what I want. And some people don't, and that's fine. And then there are
I
other
like
people.
the one that have the robes at least.
There you go. That's a great example. Until you stayed in a hotel room that had a robe, you didn't know that's
something I need.
That's what you want now. Yeah, I was just talking to my mom about this the other day. She was telling me a story of one of her friends, and they're in Florida, and it's all these retired people, and she's telling me about one of her friends, and she's like, oh, so-and-so and her daughter stayed at the Ritz-Carlton. And I'm like, and they're bougie, and she's so rich, and she makes so much money. And here's some of the things that the Ritz-Carlton did. They had a bottle of champagne and little cookies waiting for them when they checked in, and they knew their first name, and they gave them foam pillows instead of feather pillows. And my only response was, yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think I stay at the Ritz-Carlton, right? I'll be there in a couple weeks in Southern Florida. I'm staying at the Ritz. And I decided to call because I had to change my reservation, which was easier than doing it online. And the lady on the phone was so nice. Like, she is there anything that you're celebrating? And I'm like, no, but my birthday is the following Saturday. She's like, we got you covered.
There
I'm like,
you
all
go.
right, there we go. I don't know what that's going to look like.
I know,
And I
but-
got my foam pillows instead of my feather pillows. 'Cause I don't know why we still use feather pillows. Well, I don't know what's wrong with people there. But that's the point, is until I did it once, I didn't realize, this is actually way better and I want this.
Yeah.
But then there's other examples. The G-Wagon. This is always my example. Cool car, right? Really, really, really quite pricey compared to your average vehicle. I mean, you're seeing some of the nice ones go for, I don't know, $250,000. And I went and test drove one once, and I hated it. So I could have gone and bought it, and like, it's
Right.
been on the vision board, and I want this, and let's go get it. And then I went and test drove it, and I'm like, no.
Don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I drive a Volkswagen van. But that's the point.
So
is
much better.
I put myself in an environment and gave myself an opportunity to experience that thing. And it's
Yeah.
a really great way of learning what it is that you actually want. I also do this by just talking to other people. You see people who have do and have. They're different people than you are. They do things that you don't do. They have things that you don't have, and you ask them what it's like.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about that. I got a friend in Washington State that has his goal was to have so many cars that he could hire a full-time employee to maintain them and clean them and make sure they're full of gas. So when he wakes up and he says, I'm taking the Ferrari today, it's sitting in front of the garage, warmed up, ready to go. Man, this is like a normal dude, successful business owner, but
Right.
like, I didn't know you could do that. That sounds awesome.
Do that.
I'm the guy that, of our 9 cars, 7 of them are out of inspection and the registration's expired because I forgot. I got busy, right? You've had experience with that.
I have.
So give yourself that opportunity. All right. So now here's the other thing where we struggle to decide. Oh man, we're getting into it.
Okay.
What was your favorite thing to do as a kid? What's like a memory you have? 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade.
Oh,
That was a strange sound.
I know. Trying to think.
Joel, I need
what
that.
did I
I'm going to
enjoy?
turn that to my ringtone for when Ashley calls.
What did I enjoy as a kid? I loved camping.
Camping.
I loved camping.
Tell me about camping.
Camping was fun.
Like
I
at a
loved,
campground?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What did you love about it?
I loved the smell of the campfire. I loved being outside. My brother and sister and I would be playing and in the woods, and just back then nobody cared where you went, what you did.
That's exactly where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I'm going with this. When you were a kid, they'd set up the campsite and they'd say, we're leaving Sunday, see you then.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
If it got dark or if you got hungry, you'd come back. But for the most part, go in the woods and climb a tree.
Yeah.
And you climb that tree and your brothers or cousins or friends say, climb higher. And you're like, oh, I'm a little scared. And then you climb higher and you're like, well, this is awesome. I might go even higher than this.
Yeah.
Right? And you were creative and you learned how to interact with other people and you invented games.
Yeah, there was fear. Oh, like the moment I remember riding on my bike around the campground with my headphones in and my Walkman, because that's what we had back then. New kids on the block, but I thought I was driving my car on the road.
Were you wearing a helmet?
Hell no. Oh, heck no.
Right? So there we go, right?
No helmet, no nothing. Just freedom.
Okay, now, would you let your children ride their bikes around your neighborhood?
No. Someone's going to steal them. They're going to fall off. Something's going to happen.
Okay, first
I
of
don't
all-
know where they're at.
Yes. So none of this is true, right?
Yeah.
Kidnappings, violent crimes against children and adults are all down significantly in the past 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Pick your period of time. They're less likely. Your kids are more likely to get struck by lightning than to be kidnapped. Do you protect them from lightning? Are you like, don't go outside? Don't go outside. No. You might get struck by lightning. No, but you are like, you're not riding your bike down the street even though you have a helmet on because you might get kidnapped.
Yes.
So here's what we've done. This is not just you. This is society as parents. Is we have prevented our children from being free. They're losing the social interaction. They're losing the ability to compromise and help people get what they want. They're losing the ability to express what they want. I want to go play in the woods. You want to go play on the playground. How do I convince you to give me what I want? Right?
Yep.
They're losing that ability.
Yeah.
They're losing the ability to think for themselves and be creative and interact with other people.
Yeah.
Now the situation is, oh, you want to ride bikes with your friends? I'm going to arrange a play date, and it's going to be scheduled. And I will be sitting in the living room with that parent, drinking my cup of tea, while you play in the same room as us so that I can supervise it. And that freedom is now taken from them so that they're told when to play. They're told how to play. And it's an issue enough now that if you put 20 kids in a room and you dump out a box of Legos in front of them, half of those kids are going to sit there not knowing what to do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
We've
true story.
stolen the ability from our children to decide. And it started with our generation, right? Our parents' generation before that was even more unleashed.
Yep.
And then they started clamping down on us a little bit. And now we live in this fear of, I can't let my child go for a walk at night. Something bad might happen to them. I need to protect them. And that protection prevents them from thinking critically and actually making their own decisions.
All of the consequences or the what ifs at some point in time turn to, it was never a what if of something good or what if everything's fine. It was everything turned into the what if, and the consequence is going to be bad.
Yep.
That's what it is. That's
Yeah,
so we start operating that way.
We're not going to turn this into a parenting lesson, but here's the real issue. Is we need to understand our motivations, and we need to think critically about whether they are intrinsic or extrinsic. Okay? So, for example, you wake up at 4:30 in the morning and you go to the gym, or maybe you go for a run. I went for a walk this morning because I'm doing 75 hard, and it's 32 degrees and raining and dark.
Scary.
I got out there, and you know what I was thinking?
What?
This is awesome. This is awesome because I know I'm the only one out here.
Yeah.
I'm the only one doing this right now. And man, it feels good. I'm sleeping better. I'm eating better. I'm in better shape. I feel better. I'm thinking better. I'm operating at a higher level. This is awesome. Okay. Then there are the people that go out and do that only so that they can put the video on social media, post the picture on social media, and get the hearts and the likes and the, yeah, go get it. You're awesome.
Go get it.
Right? If that's your motivation, that is an extrinsic motivation, and it's not sustainable, right? Not to say don't do it, right?
Okay.
Do what you want. But you need to understand whether you're doing the thing because of an intrinsic motivation or an extrinsic motivation. And what we do to our children. So the problems that we're talking about today on this show of why you're not getting what you want are only going to get worse with future generations if we continue down this path. Because we're telling our children, you need to play a sport. You need to play this sport.
Yep.
And it's structured and it's scheduled and you've got your practices versus have your kids gone out and like played baseball in the neighborhood?
No.
Man, we used to do that all the time. Wiffle ball.
Oh, dodgeball, kickball,
Any
all
of it.
those. Yeah. Yep.
Or you invent some game.
Yes.
Home run derby. Right? We don't do that anymore. So instead, our children are operating out of extrinsic motivations. What can I do to make my parents happy?
What can I do to satisfy their need that I'm doing something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I doing the right thing? So I personally, now we're back to parenting advice. Personally, I'm very intentional about if my kids are into something, I'm going to support it. Fortunately, I married somebody that believes the same thing. When I get into the Edmund Fitzgerald, suddenly I got 3 coffee cups and a t-shirt showing up from Amazon.
Yep.
Right? Because it's cool to me. It's not cool to everybody else, but it's cool to me. Royce is so into football. He plays fantasy football. I've never in my life gotten into that. But you know what? I talk to him about it every Thursday night when Thursday night football starts, and I talk to him about it every Saturday to see how things are going, and we check in on Sunday to see how the score is, and then we check in on Monday. How do your players need to perform tonight so that you win? He's winning his league. Winning is awesome, too. That's an intrinsic motivation to me. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
In fact, if I had my choice, I'd probably tell him, can you not waste your time on this? But I want him to do things that he wants to do.
Yeah.
Because when he becomes an adult, he will be more satisfied, more fulfilled, less depressed, and less anxious if he does things that he actually wants to do.
So that goes back to what we said at the very beginning of this conversation, where people feel like they're doing the things they have to do, not the things they want to do.
Yeah, we were managed. We were managed by our parents. We were actually taught not to choose. Now, nobody ever said that. It's very rare for a parent to say, you can't have what you want. But they hint at it. And they do subtly suggest it. So when a child says, I want a new Squishmallow, you say no. You just crushed them. You just crushed that child. And neither of you realize it in that moment, but you're now building this muscle of you can't have what you want. What you've just told them is, it is not possible for you to have what you want. So when my child says, I want another Squishmallow, I say, I'd love for you to have that. How can we figure out a way for you to get it? Because that's how I live my life. Not how I was raised. I was raised just like everybody else with these same paradigms and these same issues, but I broke this a few years ago, and oh my God, it's been so empowering, because now when I see something that I want, I'm more willing to make the decision, because when I get what I want, everybody else gets it's a lot easier for other people to get what they want.
Yeah.
Right? That's the Zig Ziglar quote. To get what you want out of life, help other people get what they want. Well, when I get what I want, it's a lot easier for me to provide for other people. I'm putting my oxygen mask on first. I'm not pouring from an empty cup. So I build my life on, I want a thing, I'm going to figure out a way to go and get it. And I'm trying to train my kids on that. But most of us, I hear this is a great example. I hear other people say this to their kids in stores, and it's like, I wish I could interject right now. I wish I could show you the damage that you're doing to your children, because when they grow up and they're anxious and depressed and not fulfilled and not getting what they want out of life, it's because of you.
I mean, it's always our parents' fault.
A lot of time it is. Well, actually, no, I take that back. It was your parents' fault.
Correct.
You are now a grown woman.
Yep.
Almost swore. You now have the power to decide. Now, here's the good news. I've just given you this awareness. You didn't have it before. You didn't know that I'm struggling to decide what I want because my parents always told me what I should want. I've now told you, you now know that problem exists. So now it's up to you to fix it and to start doing more to get what you want. Okay? All right. Now, the other part of the show from last week that was really intriguing to me. Let's assume you can decide what you want. Or at least you're willing to take a gamble that you've made a decision about what it is that you want. What's your next question? You want to make more money.
Yeah, I think it's what do you do? Because I'm opposite. I don't blame my parents for telling me what I could do and what I couldn't do. It's the opposite. No one guided me to do what I should or shouldn't do.
Yeah.
No one told me what to do or how to do it.
How to do that.
So it's navigating through life on my own, figuring it out, associating the bad consequences with figuring it out wrong. So then you get to the place of like, I don't know what to do. That's like, you get to a point of like, I'm so tired of figuring it out. I'm so tired of having to figure out what the next step is. Because what the heck have I been doing that I haven't figured it out already?
So the question, once you decide what you want, everybody's next question is, how do I get there?
Correct.
How do I get it?
Correct.
Yeah. So that's what I want to talk about.
Yes. I think that's a big question for a lot of people. It's like,
it's where most people get stuck.
Yeah,
if you can get through the decision piece, which is the first step and where a lot of people get stuck, the next step is, how do I get there? And that's where everyone freezes. Yeah. Then the third spot is, if you think you know how to get what you want, you get started and then you quit before you get there. Like those are the three areas where this happens. But so let's start with this, because you talked about the bad consequences of getting it wrong. You also mentioned figuring it out 3 times. Which is really funny, because that's a core value in our business.
Yep.
Figure it out. And that's why we have you do initial interviews, to interview around core values. And that's why we get you involved in orientation and bringing new employee onboarding, because you live the core values and can help emphasize that with people that we're bringing on board. Right. So you said you're getting tired of figuring it out. Like, I'm sick of not getting what I want. Okay. What if we flipped that around and found intrinsic value in our ability to figure it out? What if that was the goal? If the goal was, I'm faced with something that I don't know how to do, and I am willing to go in and give it a shot, unlike anybody else. What if that was the value? It's not the destination. It's not the goal. Right. It's not the outcome. It's the type of person that you become getting from here to there, where you say, I don't care. All right, Ashley, I need a favor.
Okay.
Can you decorate my house for Christmas?
I so would.
Yeah, you almost became speechless because you were so excited about it, right? Is there any doubt in your mind that if I asked you to decorate my house for Christmas, you would get it done?
No doubt.
None. Well, here's what I didn't tell you. You've seen my house.
Yes.
It's tall. Mm-hmm. Half the rungs on my ladder are missing, and it's freezing rain outside. Still going to get it done?
I know how I'm going to figure out how to get it done.
Right?
Yes.
So you can do it for my Christmas lights,
Yeah.
but you can't do it for your income?
Yeah, I know Christmas lights. I know Christmas.
Well, here's the other thing I didn't tell you.
That's the thing.
I'm going to dump the 6 Rubbermaid containers of Christmas lights on my front porch. Half of them work.
No.
And I don't mean half the strings. I mean half of each string. Now what are you going to do?
Go buy new ones.
Right? You didn't even hesitate.
No.
You'd know what to do.
Yeah.
All right, so you go buy new ones. Here's the problem. You bought the wrong color temperature. I like the icy white and not the warm white. Now what are you going to do?
I'm going to return them and get the right ones.
I didn't even think about returning them. That's a good idea.
You're
I
welcome.
thought about just buying new ones, but yeah, I could get a store credit.
Yes.
You had a better idea than I did.
Told you, I know Christmas.
How about when I send you a text message and I say, "Hey Ashley, you want to start doing a radio show?" It was the same thing.
Yeah.
You were speechless. Yeah. Did you know anything about doing a radio show or a podcast?
I did not.
Nothing. Now you have 2 of them.
I know. Yeah.
If you only did things that you knew you'd succeed at, you would have never learned to walk. You would have never learned to drive. You would have never learned how to talk. You would have never learned anything. If you only did things you knew how to do or that you knew you were going to achieve with 100% confidence and error-free, you'd never get anything done. So the more we start to understand that figuring it out and the how you get what you want, you're not going to get it right. In fact, I hope you don't get it right because you'll become a better, stronger person the more mistakes you make along the way.
Yeah.
But when you make that decision, I'm going to decorate your house. I'm going to start a radio show. I'm going to put my kids through college. I'm going to pay off my mortgage. Whatever. I'm going to start a business. I'm going to grow a business. I'm going to hire 37 employees. When you just say, I'm going to do it, it turns out that the path to get there gets pretty clear. There's no doubt you would decorate my house for Christmas. That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Except it's not that easy because my house is insane.
Yeah.
You got to get up my driveway. And my dogs are out barking.
There's a lot of obstacles in the way.
Oh my God, I feel like you just got the lesson.
Yeah.
Where you want to go, what you want to be and do and have, guess what? There are a lot of obstacles in the way. Yeah. Okay, so here's some advice. Knowing that, do you need to change what you want to be and do and have to make it bigger and more inspiring? Knowing that there are obstacles in the way, you want to shoot for a $5,000 raise or a $50,000 raise?
The big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might not get there, but gonna get past the 5,000.
Yep.
Right? I want to put $1 million in the bank. But this year, I wanted to row 1,000,000 miles. Mm-hmm. I am off pace. We traveled, then I traveled some more. Then I got injured and I lost another month. I'm way behind. But I'm still going to end up at like probably 800,000. 800,000 meters I rode this year. Did I fail? Well, I didn't hit my goal. But I also know if I go and do this again, you think if I do it next year, I'll fail?
No.
No, because I'm going to remember you travel a lot. And I'm going to remember
you learn something.
You're old
yeah.
and get injured. You wake up with injuries that you can't identify the cause of, right? But I know that now. I want to bring in more clients. Well, I've tried and failed at this thousands of times, but I've also figured it out a handful of times. Mm-hmm. And now I can do it better and better and better. I was just talking to somebody yesterday. We were talking about marketing. He's like, oh, you need to run more ads. You need to bring down your cost per lead. I was like, well, we're paying $12 a lead right now. He goes, okay, never mind. You have that figured out. But I only have that figured out because I spent so much time and so much money working on it. And here's the other thing. And this is the analogy that I want people to understand. I worked with people who had done it. I didn't try and figure it out all on my own. I went to other people and said, hey, you've done this.
Yeah.
How can you help me?
Yep.
And I've spent time learning and studying and researching, which makes it a heck of a lot easier. So I'm not going in blind. I'm not at 12 years old getting in my car and putting in a destination in the GPS and learning to drive and heading on the journey at the same time. Like, I'm putting it together in steps. This is a random quote that I pulled out of absolutely nowhere.
Okay.
Actually, can I tell you what my quote of the day was going to be?
Yeah. It's not this.
No, here's my quote of the day.
Okay.
You ready? Quote of the day. Holy crap, what did I sign up for?
Right?
That's my quote of the day.
It's so fitting.
Holy crap, what did I sign up for? Because you show up to my house and there's 17 tubs of Christmas lights sitting on the front porch, and my ice-covered ladder is broken, and my dogs are barking, and it's dark.
And I almost died coming up the hill.
Yeah. And you go, holy crap, what did I sign up for?
Yeah.
And in that moment, you either say, well, I'm just going to get it done. Or you say, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And that's the moment where most people make the decision that they are out of there.
Yeah.
So I think about this. I'm sure there's some meme on the internet about this. And we used a baseball analogy last week where we said most people step up to the plate. Maybe they'll pick up the bat. Maybe they'll step up to the plate and they'll take one swing and they'll say, ooh,
not my thing.
That stretched my shoulder a little too far and I whiffed. I'm done. And a couple other people swing 3 or 4 times, or they'll watch a couple pitches go by and they won't hit a home run. And they'll say, well, I'm not just heading back to the bench. I'm heading to the bleachers. I'm out of here. But it's the people who stand there and keep swinging over and over and over again and eventually hit a home run. Those are the people that I want to ask for advice from.
Yeah.
Those are the people that I know that they've seen a million ways to get it wrong and they can help me along my journey. Now, does that guarantee success? Nope. But it drastically increases my odds. So the fear of not being willing to ask for advice and ask for help is just going to keep you stuck. Find the people that have done what you're trying to do and learn from them. And successful people are the most successful people. The people that I want to be like are willing to share that information. You may have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Or you may have to wait because you're not going to get on my schedule tomorrow. But they're willing to do that. So I had a I don't know where this came from. Walking through the woods. That fear of failure that you have, the real failure is leaving arrows in the quiver. Do you know what a quiver is? It's the thing that holds arrows.
Okay. Like, is this from something like
so pull out.
profound you were reading?
It was from my brain. So pull out the arrow, put it in the bow, and shoot it, and see how badly you missed. And then pull out another arrow and try and get a little bit closer. And pull out another arrow and try and get closer. And I'm not guaranteed by the time you shoot your 10th arrow, you're going to hit the bullseye, but you're going to be a lot closer on shot number 10 than you were on shot number 1. So the failure is leaving the arrows in the quiver.
What about the people that want to do things, but that fear, it's not actually of doing the thing, it's having someone else tell them that they can't do it?
I don't have a healthy answer for this. I have my answer.
What's your answer?
Tell me I can't. Tell me I can't. Because I get a lot of intrinsic value out of proving you wrong, loser. Tell me I can't. Let that motivate. So all those things that are causing you fear and causing you doubt and causing you worry, what if instead they caused you to act? Oh man, I'm so fired up right now. I am so, just the thought of someone coming to me and saying, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to. Now I have to. Imagine how empowering it is to be that type of person that when someone tells you you can't, you do. That's the type of person that I want to be. And it's not to prove people wrong, and it's not to prove my self-worth. It's to get what I want. I've decided what I've wanted, and you've told me you can't do it. Now I'm going to go get it. Like maybe that was just the extra push that I needed. Thank you for that. As opposed to, oh, you're right. Why would you let them be right? Why would you let them have that belief about yourself?
I think it's because maybe they know something about you you don't. Or
Oh,
maybe
you
they
think?
know something.
You think?
Well,
ChatGPT knows more about anything and anyone everywhere. And even it's going to tell you, yeah, Here's how you can do it. Here's your first 10
Well,
steps.
what if you're like, I'm confident in my ability, but there's people that are overconfident in their ability.
All right, so let's get back to the type of person that you want to be.
Yeah.
I am not who I think I am. I am not who you think I am. I am who I think you think I am.
Okay.
Let that sit for a second. I am who I am who I think you think I am.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here going, I think that Ashley thinks I'm a loser. That is my identity. So it's not their belief.
Yeah.
It's your own belief that you're buying into.
Yeah.
So change that belief. I know I make it sound really easy.
Yeah.
Start small. Start small, right? And start to prove that to yourself. And the more often you prove to yourself that you can do it, the more often that you prove to yourself that you're willing to try no matter what, the easier it becomes. This is not a black and white binary 0-1 on-off switch. This is a knob that you slowly turn over time. We have that huge fan in our living room, right? You seen that thing? It's like 10-foot wingspan.
Yes.
I don't walk in and flip it up to max. We go in increments because it'll rip my freaking ceiling off. But once it starts, man, is it hard to stop.
Yeah.
So you build so much momentum and so much strength by proving to yourself and others that you're willing to go and try until you get what you want or until you decide you want something else, which shouldn't come too soon. It's usually more of a pivot than a complete stop or redirection. So, yeah, maybe you made the wrong decision up front, but take your best shot at it. Stop and ask yourself, did I put my best effort into this? When was the last time you said that about yourself? When was the last time you tried something, didn't get there, and said, genuinely, honestly, not lying to yourself, I did my best? People need some time to think about that. When was the last, like, genuinely, legitimately, you as a third-party observer, if they pulled out the game film and showed you the effort that you put in, would somebody look at that and say, man, he tried his best? What's my theme been for the year?
Oh, maximum effort.
That's it.
Yeah.
I remind myself every single day. It's my status in our internal messaging system. Every message I send, it's a subtle reminder to myself, maximum effort. Cut no corners. Do your best. And it's such a cliche. Go do your best. Do you, though? Usually not. But the more times you step back and you say, I legitimately, genuinely, honestly did my best, the faster the success comes. That fear and doubt and worry and anxiety melts away. And all of that subconscious programming that you have that you're not good enough and you're not worth it and you can't do it, you change the subconscious programming. Because even if people haven't told you that directly, you've still learned that message. When you walk through the airplane through first class and you think, I'm not good enough for that, it's not because anybody ever told you that. It's just because of the stories that you've been told.
Yeah.
Or for us, when I was growing up, we'd walk through first class and say, oh, those people are wasting money, right? That was the paradigm that I had. Well, how would I know until I tried it? Maybe it's worth the money.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what I want you to do. Think about the type of person that you want to be, the type of things you want to do, the type of stuff you want to have. Take out a piece of paper and write a letter to your future self. Dear Adam of November 12th, 2026. I usually start off swearing. You are the baddest, most unstoppable, inspiring leader that anyone can find. And you've built so much momentum over the last 12 months that you can't be stopped. Or whatever's going to work for you.
Yep.
Go write your letter to your future version of yourself. Man, I didn't need another hour.
I know.
Great show, everybody. Have a great week. I believe in you.